So for the Disgusting Food Museum project, I chose an Italian cheese called Casu that was featured in the video. Um, and you could see the picture of it. I think you know what's about to come. So Casu is a cheese only eaten on the Italian island of Sardinia, which is off the coast of Sicily. And it's made from sheep's milk, which contain insect larvae, or in other word, maggots. That's what the cheese is. Um, it's only eaten on the island and not in other parts of the world, as it's banned by other countries due to the um, problem it has with the live insects inside. So the way it's made is you take a pecorino round of cheese and you leave it outside and allow it to just kind of ferment. And cheese flies that are found on the island will go inside the cheese and lay their eggs inside. It sounds pretty gross, and it is. But the maggots then hatch and eat the center of the wheel, and defecate a creamy delicacy, that is most commonly known as formaggio fresco in Italian, and it's only commonly known on the island because it's not eaten anywhere else and banned. But it's normally the pecorino cheese is sliced open and served on pane brutto, which means hard bread, that is actually dipped in water to soften. So overall, not a to Americans, I guess, not an enjoyable experience, but to Sardinians, it's pretty it's a delicacy, and it was actually deemed dangerous for human consumption by CNN. I think just a few years ago, pretty recently. So why is it considered gross everywhere and not over there? So, on the island, it's considered as an aphrodisiac, which is a food or drink that stimulates the sex hormone. And locals are basically insulted by the news portraying the cheese that they see as a delicacy as bad for the health. They believe it was a divine gift, sent to Earth, with benefits that outweigh the risks. And obviously, maggots are insects which are full of protein, which combined with the pecorino cheese, um, that's what kind of raised the concern. However, it's only a seasonal thing because at the end of June, where a sheep begins to breed, they use the milk that's given to the sheep's lambs that are born, because that attracts more of the cheese flies. The whole concept is not very appetizing, but um, so learning about this food, much like other delicacies in the world, can expand someone's horizon for tastes and flavors that shape different nations across the globe. Things that are delicious in one country are going to be looked at as gross in another country, and that's just how it works. In the world, I mean, that happens with even, if you give, like in the video said, if you give in Japan, you give peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they would think, they wouldn't think too highly of that. And also Sardinians feel that eating other insects in Thailand, like they eat crickets and grasshoppers, is kind of disgusting. So it's gonna happen. Like it's hypocrisy towards different delicacies that some people think this is gross or that's gross. Um, And Sardinians feel insulted um, in general because they've used it for arousal, and it expands different, you know, tastes for different people. And another name I thought of rather than Disgusting Food Museum would be World Delicacy Museum, because all the countries that have items in that museum, which has now since been shut down after the pandemic. They're all delicacies, and this is a Pokemon card here that I found on the cheese, which I thought was pretty interesting. It says "Last bite of your life," and how foul it smells. And yeah, these are my citations, so thank you.